Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We'd like to welcome everybody to our Gala event. We would like to officially welcome all the guests who are seated in the tent to a cocktail right outside at the entrance. So feel free to join us. We've got fantastic acoustic music, and we'll be coming back in probably within the next 15 to 20. But feel free to join us. Cocktail right on the outside.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome. I'd like you to experience the very talented Kenneth Mugabe, some acoustic music for you. And to let you know, for those of you who are settled in the tent, that our cocktail area is where it's happening right now. Our areas of convenience, that's washrooms, are right outside the entrance of the tent. Please do enjoy. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome again and thank you for being here. I'd like to invite those of you outside in the cocktail area to start making your way into the tent. So please make your way into the tent. And for those of you who are wondering about our Wi-Fi is MTN 5G, and our password is MTN 5G123. So for those of you looking for connectivity right now, that's MTN providing our Wi-Fi, MTN 5G, and the password again is MTN 5G123. All caps. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe there is still a request for the Wi-Fi. Again, the network is MTN 5G. I'm sure you found that. And the password, which is all caps, can I say uppercase, is MTN 5G123. Can I repeat that again? The password is MTN 5G123. All caps, yes, all caps. I need to emphasize that. We actually have it up on the screens right now. I'm sure you can see. So there we have it. All caps, MTN 5G 123. Thank you. I'd like to request all our guests in the cocktail area to make their way into the main tent. We shall be starting with our program in the next few minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome again. This is my final request for all our guests in the cocktail area to make their way into the main tent. Ladies and gentlemen, as you get settled, I'll just like to repeat the password for the Wi-Fi. For those of you who would like to get connected right now, it is MTN 5G, and the password, all caps, is MTN 5G123. The request has been made again for the password, and this will be displayed up on the screens as well. So you can see, again, the password is MTN 5G123. Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host for the gala dinner this evening, Dr. Michigwang and Crystal Newman. Low.
All right. It's wonderful to be here. Secretary General, International Telecommunication Union.
No. Sorry.
No?
It didn't work for me. It just didn't work for me. Look, we did a Hollywood walk from the beginning all the way to here. We walk on stage. Nobody clapped. It was no excitement. So listen. No.
Are you trying to say it's too late?
No.
It's
Come
too
back.
late.
Come back. Let me tell you something.
This is what I have to deal with.
Yes. No, let me tell you something. My mother told me that when you fail at something, you have to do it well. So let's try it one more time, and let's get it right now, people. All right? So.
Okay.
Do you know? Ready?
Is this the starting mark?
This is
right
starting
here.
point. Okay, ready?
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host for the night, Dr. Mitch and Crystal Newman.
All right. Okay, I'm excited, but I'm supposed to be serious, but I'm excited. All right, ladies and gentlemen, how are you doing? Are you good? Okay, now can I do the formal welcome? All right. Our guest of honor, Secretary General, International Telecommunication Union, Doreen Bogdan Martin, Minister of ICT and National Guidance for Uganda, that is Honorable Chris Barrio Munsi, honorable ministers present from all around the world here with us, the Executive Director, Uganda Communications Commission, that's Honorable George William Nyombi Tembo, here with us, Executive Directors of Communication Commissions here with us today, captains of industry, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, all protocol observed. Welcome to this cultural gala night. Welcome. It's wonderful to have you here. I do have Dr. Mitch here, who got us all excited. And did you know that we have delegates from more than 81 countries joining us this evening?
Now, when you have 81 countries and you've only been speaking English, I think you've been shortchanging people. So it's my great pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, to say Sawubona. I want to say Karibuni sana. I'd like to say Apoyo Wunubino. I'd like to say Buenos tardes. I'd like to say bonsoir, mesdames et messieurs. C'est un grand plaisir de vous recevoir ici en Ouganda.
Hey, wait,
Ici, c'est...
Voilà,
c'est ça. Tu sais, non, attends un peu. Je suis en train de parler, là. Non, ici, c'est l'Ouganda et on est très fiers de vous avoir ici ce soir avec nous.
Now, my dear. This is what happens What did you just say?
I said you have nice shoes.
Is that what he said?
No, but honestly, Crystal, what I was saying is that I'd just like to welcome each and every single person here to Uganda. Uganda is just not any country. Uganda is special, first of all, because of all the unique things it has to offer. Minus the fact that we are hosting the ITU GSR, the fact is, look, did you know that we've got the source of the Nile here?
Absolutely.
Do you know that the equator passes through us?
Absolutely.
Did you know that we've got tree-climbing lions?
Yes, we do.
25 different national parks?
A gorilla experience that you can't have
too
anywhere
much
else.
to go. But you know what the top of the top is? The people in Uganda are amazing.
I was waiting for you to talk about that. Now, as Ugandans, we are well known for our hospitality.
Oh, yes.
I am Crystal Newman again, proudly Ugandan. And there's a way we do different things when it comes to hospitality. We invite you in, we make you comfortable, and then we get to know you.
Oh, yes.
I feel like I haven't gotten to know too many people yet.
Yes. Now, they know you, but you didn't introduce me. I am Dr. Ronaldo Michelangelo Egwang, a.k.a. Dr. Mitch.
A.k.a. Dr. Mitch Ronnie Egwang.
That's right. But you see, one of the things I told you about is, as Ugandans, we are very culturally homogeneous. We've got very many tribes that have all gelled together. And let me tell you a bit about...
We have so many similarities.
Let me tell you a bit about my tribe and where I come from.
Yes.
And I'll tell you why. I come from northern Uganda. We are called the Luos. Now, the Luos came from South Sudan, traveled, left some here. And you see, they're there. And they also went to Kenya. Now, as a tribe, the Luos are the only tribe in Africa who have the claim to say that they put a president in the United States of America.
It's hard to compete with that.
No, you can't compete. So what I want to do is I want to make sure that all my delegates become honorary Luos. So
Luos, everyone?
Yes. Now,
okay.
So when you're greeting Luos, you say, when they say "Wunitie," you say "Wanotie." Now "Wunitie" means "Are you there?" And then you answer, "We are here." Yeah. All right. So when you say "Wunitie," you say "Wanotie." Wunitie.
Wanotie.
No, let's try one more time. Wunitie.
Wanotie.
They are all Luos now. All Luos. Huh?
Whether you like it or not,
yes.
Apparently.
However, quick challenge here. It is impossible to do a function of this caliber without getting to know one another.
I think so.
No, look at this, Crystal. Human nature has it that we gravitate towards people whom we are used to.
What we are familiar with.
C'est ça. Tu sais, chaque fois que tu viens, tu vas t'asseoir avec quelqu'un que tu connais. You're going to sit next to someone you know.
I know. We landed on a table.
Yes.
Our friends from Malawi.
And we found that everyone from Malawi was sitting together.
Why are you all sitting together?
Stop waving, Ronald
okay.
and Stephen.
I'll forgive you.
We are using you as a wrong example. So stop waving.
This is not a good thing.
It's not a good thing. Stop waving. So what we'd like to do is that we would like us to do something special. We want people to break the mold. For 2 minutes, we want you to stand up and move to a table and say hi to someone you don't know, find out who they are, find out what they're... Because
Get some information.
This is a telecommunication conference.
Absolutely.
So let's communicate.
Is important.
So we're doing 2 minutes. Everybody stand up and meet 2 or 3 people you don't know. DJ, make it happen. People you don't know. No greeting people you know, only people you don't know.
If it's someone you know, you just pass them very quickly. Say hello, find out what they do, where they're from, get to know their name. Jerusalem,
1 minute to go. 1 minute to go.
Get to know each other. If you can say hello to even 5 new people, wonderful.
"30 seconds to go. 30 seconds to go."
20 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, hello. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we can now start making our way back to where we were seated.
Mesdames et messieurs, veuillez vous asseoir maintenant. Veuillez vous reprendre vos places. Merci beaucoup. On va recommencer dans quelques secondes. Please take your seats. We're just about to kickstart the event.
Please do take your seats. As you can tell, the energy in the room is charged now. This is a cultural gala.
But this is what I told you, Crystal. When you break the mold and people get to know people, man, can you imagine? I even met the SG. She even knows my name.
Oh,
So don't
lucky
play
you.
games, man. I'm a celebrity tonight. I'm going big. I'm going big or going home. You see? The SG knows my name. She even smiled at me. This is what they call a career-defining moment.
I am so happy for you. So happy. Ladies and gentlemen, please make your way back to your tables. Thank you for being such a wonderful sport about it. I hope you got to make some new friends. Now, Mitch.
Yes.
Earlier I was saying that as Ugandans, we are well known for our hospitality.
Yes. I think before you continue, I'm just going to ask, Mesdames et Messieurs, veuillez vous asseoir. On va recommencer dans quelques secondes. Please take your seats. We'll allow you to mix and mingle right after we're done with the formalities. And right now, I'm handing over to Crystal. So,
well, ladies and gentlemen, I was saying it's a cultural gala, and I have to start off by saying how vibrant the room looks. Thank you for bringing some of your culture in your attire right now, wherever you're from, all the different colors. And I have to say, not only is it a cultural gala, but we're also so excited because tonight we will be celebrating with you 25 years of the Uganda Communications Commission.
I think let's give them a big round of applause,
Big
man.
round of applause for that.
Amazing. Do you know that's a quarter of a century?
Quarter of a century.
Can you imagine
Absolutely.
when the UCC was being established, that was the year I was born. Amazing, huh?
Wow. So the gray hair is just a little sprinkling.
Moving on swiftly.
Ladies and gentlemen, we would now like to invite you to dinner. As I said before, we welcome you in, we get to know you, and then if you're truly African,
we feed you.
We feed you. We must feed you. Then we continue when we're well fed. So ladies and gentlemen, dinner is now served. I'd like to just remind you that every table will be ushered to the buffet line. So please hold on for the ushers to make their way to you after the first course. Bon appétit.
Merci bien. Merci bien. Just also a point of interest for those of you who are interested in tasting our Ugandan delights.
Local dishes.
We have got local drinks. We've got a Uganda Waraji bar to the left, and we've got an international bar to the right. So if you'd like to try...
Wait. To the left? To the right?
To the right.
To the left? To the
right. To
right.
the right. So make sure you try it out as you pick up the dinner. We've got 4 service points. Please enjoy your dinner. We've got a lot of entertainment which is warming up, plus a couple of great speeches. So merci bien et bon appétit encore. All right. Thank you, Dino. Load them tune. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think we've got all the ingredients for a perfect gala dinner. We've established that we've got great company, we've got fantastic food, wonderful setup, beautiful lights, and I think there's only one ingredient missing, and that's music. So I'd like to introduce a group of talented individuals who have been together for almost 2 decades. Introduce people, fwa, fwa, fwa. What you do is that you single them out one by one and elementally. It's my pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, to welcome the man on the drums. Please welcome Nehemiah Kasika. But you know, when you've got drums playing by themselves, it can sometimes feel lonely. So that's why we always add on something else on top. So the icing on this cake is the keyboards. Please welcome Festo Mugume. You know, sometimes people say that 2 is good enough, but I think 3 is a crowd. So on the percussions, I'd like you to welcome Nyakecho, Florence, Vanessa. But how can you have a band if you understand the value of instrumentalism without guitars? So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on the lead guitar, Dr. Intege Paul. And on the rhythm guitar, the legendary Kas Kasozi. Ladies and gentlemen, vocalists that are warming up, we got Tonya, Yanzi, Lisa, Nathan, and Aaron. They make up what they call Black Roots Unlimited, or Black Roots Academy of Soul. But you know, you can't say Black Roots until you talk about the man behind the roots himself. On the bass guitar, let's give it up for Shaka Roots Mayanja.
Got these visions in my sleep last night. The world was changing fast like no man has ever seen. There were signs of freedom and faith, evolution, courage and strength. I'm crossing over into my sleep tonight. I'm falling over into my sleep tonight. No more crying now. Emirembe jise jolly. No more fighting, no more. Obulamu buse jolly. No more fears in your life. Obukumi buse jolly. No more crying now. Emirembe jise jolly. Omutali kukaba temuli. Omutali biwonvu temuli. Omutali winike temuli. Ngatemuli. It was just a dream. It was just a dream. Imagine a world full of peace, fulfilling the dreams we all believe. Mirembe sanyu, mubyo kola, bola musanyu, mubyo sika, the dream I see, the dream I see. No more crying now, mirembe jise jolly. No more fighting, no more, obola mubuse jolly. No more fears in your life, obukumi buse jolly. No more crying now, emirembe jise jolly. Omutali kukaba temuli, omutali biwonvu temuli, omutali bwinike temuli, nga temuli. It was just a dream. It was just a dream. No more fears in your life, obukumi buse jolly. No more crying now, emirembe jise jolly. Omutali kukaba temuli, omutali biwonvu temuli, omutali bwinike temuli, nga temuli. It was just a dream. 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 No more crying now. Emirembe jise jolly. No more fighting, no more. Obulamu buse jolly. No more fears in your life. Obukumi buse jolly. No more crying now. Emirembe jise jolly. Omutali kukaba was just a dream. It was just a dream. It was just a dream. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. That is actually a composition of the Black Roots Unlimited.
You're a train spot. I see my reflection on the other side. I may surprise you, I won't embarrass you, 'cause I know you feel the same way I do. As days go by, you're torturing me, but please say something to me. Don't be shy. I may surprise you, I won't embarrass you, though I know you feel the same way I do. You get me down when you're so pretending all alone that you don't care. You're burning up inside. You want me enough. If you can speak, I got one sure way to know. Bright like the morning star, your eyes, windows to your soul. Can't subire, you know you get out. Amasogo cheganga boweta. The power of speech is overrated. Eyes cannot lie, that's for sure. I'm overwhelmed
Thank you so much. Before I do the next song, we have a lot of people here from different countries, different calibers. And you could be right here and you saw somebody and you want a connection. This song is for you. Thank you so much. May you get that connection. Oh. So we're going to be doing some classics for you. Please enjoy.
I'd rather be thinking of the way
ladies and gentlemen. A round of applause for Black Roots Unlimited and the amazing young voices from the Black Roots Academy of Soul. Another round of applause for them. I think they were fantastic. Yes. Well, that's the taste of more to come, ladies and gentlemen. As we mentioned earlier, we do have lots of entertainment for you this evening. It is the opening cultural gala for the ITU GSR, and it is also a celebration of 25 years of the Uganda Communications Commission. So it gives me great pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, to invite our first speaker. So before I do, I'd like to ask for the attention of the room. I'm looking all the way back to the left. Hello over there to the back of the room. How are you doing? Yes, I see hands. How are you, ladies and gentlemen? Wonderful. If I could have your attention right now to the stage, please allow me to welcome the Executive Director of the Uganda Communications Commission, that is Honorable George William Nyombi Tembo. You are most welcome to come up on stage.
Thank you very much, Director of Ceremonies, Honorable Minister of ICT and National Guidance, Dr. Chris Baryomunsi, Honorable Ministers of State, Honorable Kabyanga and Honorable Okello Riem, heads of delegations from various countries, Madam Secretary General of ITU, Madam Doreen Martins, Director BDT, Dr. Zavazava, friends in the house, we have our legends. We have our first minister of ICT in the country. The Minister of ICT was created in 2006, and our first minister, Dr. Ham Leader, is in the house. Also in the house is the first permanent secretary of the Minister of ICT, Dr. Pat Samanya, is also in the house. I will be introducing other legends who are with us later in my speech. And so that we recognize them, because we believe that what we are doing today, we are building on that strong foundation which they created some 25 years back. We have former board members. We have 4 living former executive directors. I'll be introducing them later. They are all in the house. So thank you for coming. You're welcome to Uganda. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you once again to Kampala, Uganda, the Pearl of Africa. I hope that you are enjoying your stay with us so far. This evening, as you can see, I'm brimming with both pride and gratitude as we at UCC celebrate once again a one-in-lifetime milestone, our Silver Jubilee. That's 25 years. Pride in recognition of the obstacles we have overcome to celebrate this achievement, and gratitude in recognition of the fact that our celebration is a result of teamwork, tenacity, innovation, and commitment. Our journey in the regulatory space over the past 25 years could be summed up by the famous adage associated with high-end cars, from 0 to 65 seconds. Those who love cars, you know what I mean. The UCC was established 25 years ago with a vision to regulate and promote the development of a modern communication sector in Uganda. Our journey began at a time when limited connectivity and analog were all we knew in Uganda. Today, our industry has risen to becoming one of our nation's cornerstones for national development and economic growth. However, the wave of change that swept the communication landscape globally reached our Ugandan shores, and honestly, what we see today in our communication landscape can only be described as revolutionary. Would you believe that in the late 90s, mobile phone penetration was a paltry 3%? Today, we are over 70% mobile phone penetration. If you're wondering what this means in actual numbers, well, we have 42 million mobile phones of SIM cards, 15 of which are, million of which are smartphones. Since the liberalization and privatization of the telecommunication sector in mid-90s, Ugandans have been enabled and connected in unimaginable ways. Places that initially seemed distant due to travel time now seem much closer, all because of a device called a mobile phone. The rural-urban divide has become much smaller as a result of the mobile phone. Previously, anything digital-related was considered an ultimate luxury and was limited to extremely privileged sections of society. I can vividly remember that way back in the 90s, we knew exactly who owned the first mobile phone in the country. I remember my own story when I received my first mobile phone. It took me about 5 days without having anybody calling me. So it became a problem. I had to be very, very innovative. I had to ask people to say, you man, when we call you, I didn't know even the ringtone of my phone for a week because there were very few people who could call you. However, today, what was once considered a luxury, like the internet, is now part and parcel of our daily lives. While this integration is our daily lives is a reality for many, we still have a section of our population who are unreached, underserved by these technologies and the benefits they bring. As UCC, part of our mandate is to bridge this digital divide and ensure that all Ugandan citizens have access to digital platforms and services so that their civic participation is enhanced. As many of you have experienced at your respective organizations and institutions, one cannot talk about progress or success without talking about challenges. Booker T. Washington, one of the most prolific African-American civil rights leaders, said, "Success is to be measured not so much by the position that one has reached in life as by the obstacles which have been overcome." Our progress at UCC has certainly not been without its challenges. Some of them include technological advancement that came at breakneck speed, coupled with regulatory hurdles we needed to overcome in order to meet our mandate of ensuring that every Ugandan, regardless of where he or she resides, has access to affordable, reliable, and communication services. Here we are 25 years later, standing tall. One of the major achievements over the past 25 years is the introduction of mobile money services, introduced 15 years ago in 2009, which has revolutionized how we do business. Not only did mobile money catapult us into achieving our financial inclusion goals, as seen by the fact that mobile money had 27 million active users, surpassing the 24 million active commercial bank accounts. But also, because of mobile money, Uganda's ICT sector can boast of a 5.6 trillion Uganda shilling, that's US dollar 1.5 billion market value. And as far as regional reputation is concerned, Uganda is positioned as a regional leader in ICT development. While bridging the digital divide remains one of our key challenges at UCC, ladies and gentlemen, and Madam Secretary General, I'm pleased to inform you that day by day, that gap is becoming smaller. This is partly due to collaborations with like-minded institutions who are keen on bridging this gap, in addition to increased investments in our telecommunication infrastructure. Also important to note is that Uganda's ITU gender parity score of 0.98 exceeds the global performance threshold, which is 0.92. Additional challenges we are grappling with include data privacy and protection, as well as cybersecurity. I know we all share these challenges, and occasions like these offer us with a platform for dialogue on exploring how best we can keep our citizens and their private information safe. Ladies and gentlemen, it would be remiss for me not to acknowledge the prolific team to have at UCC, without which we would not be celebrating this remarkable milestone of a quarter century in existence. I would like to ask all the UCC team members, wherever you are, I know some of you must be engaged in some activities, to raise up and be recognized. Thank you very much. Obviously, also introducing the organizing committee, which was led by Ladit Fred Okot Otunu. Stand up for recognition, and your team. What you see happening is the great and amazing effort of these wonderful individuals and teams. Ladies and gentlemen, these are some of the outstanding people who keep the wheels of our bus going around and round. Their tenacious dedication and commitment have been instrumental in the success we celebrate today. To the UCC team, both past and present, the team here at Munyonyo and those at headquarters and at regional offices, thank you for your tenacity and dedication. I look forward to building on this past and current success with you. I would like to extend my deepest appreciation to the past executive directors who are fortunately, all of them, without exception, are in-house today. Can you please join me to welcome and recognize the legendary first executive director of UCC, Engineer Patrick Masambo. Whom we are proud is now our diplomat at Itugsr in Washington, D.C. He has honorably served as the Deputy Director General of Itugsr and was promoted to the Director General of Itugsr, and he's serving his last term. Join me to applaud our legendary first executive director. Then we have another gentleman, a prolific engineer who has mentored most of us in this space, who handled the transition between Engineer Masambo and the other honorable gentleman I'll be introducing shortly. That is Engineer Mwesigwa, who was acting executive director for some time, who handled that amazing transition where we're combining the electronic media with the Uganda Communication Commission. Before we converged, he handled that transition. It was not easy, but he did it. Join me to welcome Engineer Mwesigwa. After Mwesigwa, we got my elder brother, Engineer Geoffrey Mutabazi, who honorably served us for 10 years. He served his 2 terms, and we are very proud of you, sir, because the foundation which you build is what makes us move the great UCC ahead. Join me to welcome Engineer Geoffrey Mutabazi, who is with us. After Engineer Mutabazi, my young sister, Engineer Irene Kagwa, came in as acting executive director. He's also in the house. Engineer Irene Kagwa helped us to navigate the terrible COVID times. She came in 2020, handled the COVID era. It was not easy, but she managed to handle it very, very, very well. Join me to welcome my young sister, Engineer Irene Kagwa. We have also in the house our former board members. We've managed to reach out to them. Some of them could not come. Our first minister, the one who was handling communication, Engineer John Nasasira, was with us in the morning, but I think he hasn't been able to join us this evening. But with the board of directors, I'm happy to recognize 4 eminent former board members. You see, I sit with the engineers. Honorable Tim Rwanga was our board member. Engineer Chibuka was our board member. Engineer Nora Mlida, Dr. Nora Mlida was our board member. Obviously, we have our board members who are with us today, who are steering UCC to great heights, whom I would like also to recognize. We have Dr. She doesn't want titles, but we can't avoid it because she has them. Uganda and Africa, we are known for loving titles. She doesn't love titles at all. But I know she earned these titles genuinely, so she will excuse me. I'll have to refer you by all your titles. She's Dr. Associate Professor Dorothy Okello, who is the chairman of the board. We have Engineer Paul Odoy as a board member. We have Director Nyirabakunzi as board member. We have Honorable Sylvia Namabide as our board member. And obviously, we also have our first permanent secretary is also a board member now, Dr. Pat Samanya. Those are the people who make things happen. And I would like to ask, this is a rare opportunity to have an organization celebrating 25 years when all the past CEOs are still living. God has been on our side. So you will allow me to invite all the former EDs to join me here and acting EDs so that we can get a photo together, which I'll ask the board members to allow me to put all our former EDs, all of them retired honorably, and we shall put them in our Hall of Fame. So can you kindly join me to have this photo moment? So producer, can we get the cameraman ready so that we get this rare picture or photo together? Engineer Irene, Mwesigwa, Patrick. Where are the cameramen? Hey, please, please. I think we'll go there. This way? Yeah. Thank you, thank you. Yes. You want us here? No. This one? Okay. Thank you very much for that. Obviously, I won't kill this climax. I won't add on a single word other than thanking you for joining us this evening. I can assure you, this evening is going to be a blast. Like I told you yesterday, it's allowed to break a few rules of protocol so that we can enjoy freely. You are in the Pearl of Africa. Enjoy Uganda's hospitality. I say all this for God and my country. Welcome. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, ED. Let's give him a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so it's now my sincere honor and pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, to move on to the next thing on the agenda. Please welcome, with a huge round of applause, the Secretary General of the International Telecommunication Union, Doreen Bogdan Martin. Big round of applause.
Thank you. Thank you so much, and good evening, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. That's sort of a hard act to follow, ED, but really, let me express my sincerest thanks to our amazing host. Honorable Minister, yesterday you spoke about Uganda being a happy country. And this morning you announced an order. You ordered us to stay beyond the GSR. So by a show of hands, how many of you are staying past Thursday evening? Raise your hand. Okay. Minister, I see a number of hands up. The minister also added to his order, if you can't stay beyond the GSR, you have to come back within 3 to 6 months. So how many of you are going to come back between 3 to 6 months? Really, thank you so much, Honorable Minister, Executive Director, our chair of the GSR. It's really been wonderful. And last night, I think we got a good vibe going. I heard it was going to be a short cocktail, but by 11 o'clock, I think the music was still going. And that ambiance and that happiness that we felt from your incredible hospitality led to an incredible discussion today, and we really want to thank you for that. I think, ladies and gentlemen, this is a GSR filled with many surprises and many firsts. I think I must say you have given us the coolest lanyard ever in ITU history. So thank you for that. We'll be wearing these back in Geneva. I love that. And also the coolest cocktail menu ever in GSR history. I don't know how many of you are having a meaningful connectivity cocktail, and I just wonder what happens if you have more than one. But really, thank you for the creativity. Thank you for the inspiration. It's been quite incredible. You've set the bar high. I think the pressure's on to our friends from Saudi. But I think, again, with your warmth, your amazing hospitality, it led to great discussions today. And as we heard from the executive director, I think what's great is that we do espouse the same shared belief. We might be from the private sector, international government, international organizations, we might be from a ministry, a regulator, but we all share the same belief. And that belief is to achieve universal, affordable, safe, trusted, inclusive connectivity for all. And I'm looking forward to tomorrow. You weren't in the room when Dorothy actually told us we should continue the space discussions tonight. Maybe we won't do that tonight, but I think we were kind of just getting started on so many issues. So I do want to thank you. I want to also celebrate and appreciate, and I'm so happy to be part of your anniversary celebration, 25 years. It's also 61 years since you joined the ITU, another reason to celebrate. And let me also celebrate the many pledges that you have made to our Partner to Connect initiative, which aims to connect the hardest to connect. So thank you also for that. And also finally, let me also thank you for enabling us to make so many new friends today, tonight, last night, and may we continue to do so tomorrow. We may sometimes have different views, but as I said, we all share that common belief, that common purpose, and I believe that we can get it done. So thank you so much again on behalf of the ITU staff. It's been a great privilege. We felt that we were one team, and also on behalf of Cosmos, our BDT director, it's been such a privilege for us to be here with you all. I think, as you said yesterday, Uganda should feel like our home, and I've just been here over 2 days, and I think it's fair to say it does feel like our home. So thank you so much for making us feel at home. Have a good evening. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Secretary General of the ITU, Doreen Bogdam Martin. Let's give her a round of applause.
I could sing. I can't sing. I have no musical talent. I can't dance. I can't act. But I think the minister can.
All right. And now, it's our great pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, to ask you to sit back and relax. We've got a special performance for you. This is what we call a paradoxical cultural exchange of unbelievable proportions. Please welcome a performance put together by the legendary Alex Mukulu called Communications Lights a Candle for the Earth. Lights, camera, and action.
Good evening. Good evening. You all work in the communication, and I communicate to you, say good evening, and you can't communicate to me back to me good evening. Good evening. Yes, you are communicators. Communicate it right. Thank you for being with us. My name is Alex Mukulu, and this is my company. My company is a funny company. We act with you. We shall be acting with you. When we tell you to say something with us, you say it with us. This microphone is too high. Somebody told me a story that when you go to Uganda, where they say that Uganda Zabu, and somebody asked me a question, should we say Uganda Zabu or Zabu Mufe? Did you get that? is a time and a season. A time.
Kwanga muje, kwanga muje, kwanga muje, kwanga muje. Kwanga muje, kwanga muje.
Today's news is read to you by Biribawa Tech. The leader of Kanungu has died.
would like two volunteers, a woman and a man. We have, yes, you. Yes, yes, you. Yeah. We have only 5 minutes. And a man. Is there a man called Joseph? Is there any man called Joseph? Come here, Joseph. Help her, come on. You, Kanyama. Thank you, you are welcome. Joseph Aliwa. Kale nkalubo. Nkalubo aliwa. Tewali nkalubo. Rubuama. Is there no man there who is brave enough to come up here to do... Pardon? Oh, good. Yes. Thank you. Clap for him. Thank you. In communication, we have one of the most disastrous aspects of communication, and that is distortion. Now we are going to try to see how distortion works in us. And this is how we are going to do it. She is going to tell her something. And then she tells it to her. Then, and so on and so on and so on and so forth. I want us to know, or to see that word and what will be the end at this point. You will know the words she told her. This is it.
My name is Naham.
Your name is what?
Naham.
Naka what?
Naham.
Nakafu. Nahama. No, communication.
My name is Nahama.
Nahama. Kill yourself. Did they see what she told?
No, she didn't.
What did you tell her?
I told her that in our community, we are so brave, clean, and hardworking.
And what was the end word?
My name is Nahama.
Now, why am I presenting this to you? Because this is how we live in Uganda. When you are in Kampala, you stand like this. And if you tell somebody something, by the time you come, for example, if you say, there was something, the police was chasing people in Kampala. And by the time it comes to Chengera, even the stand changes. Because the people in Chengera don't stand like the people in Kampala. In Chengera, they kind of waiting for what who knows. And by the time it comes to Masaka, Thank you. By the time we come to Masaka, the stand is very different also. The Masaka people, Mbarara, forget it. Now,
Jangu tugende mubakulu batulabe zesifayo ewotompenga simbi Jangu tugende mubakulu batulabe Zesifayo ewotompenga simbi Jangu tugende mubakulu batulabe
Je travaille nuit et jour pour ton seul bonheur. Pitié-toi mon amour, pitié-toi mon cœur. Je travaille nuit et jour pour ton seul bonheur. Sitôt le matin, je me réveille devant ta photo. Je sens sans déjeuner, je ne veux pas vous travailler. Qu'il vente, qu'il pleuve ou qu'il neige, qu'importe les temps, tant que je t'aime. Le soir, je vais revenir, je reverrai ton avenir. Je travaille nuit et jour pour ton seul bonheur. Pitié, pitié, pitié.
netuchisabe njoya zacho bonna bonna bannaffe kyabawa
wabulaha
namukasa nange fekka kyatuwa bangasa
netukisaba
enjoya zacho bonna bonna bannaffe kyabawa
wabulaha
namukasa nange fekka kyatuwa bangasa
banamwe
bwenna bwenna mulimalira enjoya zange buli ajja ntibwa kinyonyiwe bompa ku loyalwo
banamwe
bwenna bwenna mulimalira enjoya zange buli ajja ntibwa kinyonyiwe bompa ku loyalwo
buli ajja
ntibwa kinyonyiwe bompa ku loyalwo
buli ajja mama
ICT has helped other sectors, including agriculture, industry, and social service. In the past, communication through the phone was used via the satellite that could reach other parts of the world, and this could cost $4,500 per gigabyte.
But now, this is being done through cables in the ground and sea, with each gigabyte costing only $300. This is all because of ICT. President Museveni was addressing at the Mozilla Festival East Africa at Victoria University in Kampala on June 18th.
That the Ugandan government has become aggressive. Wow. In embracing ISIS. Because it has become to earn vision of modern living, prosperity, and transportation.
With a one look, till there was nothing left. Now I know I took my friend to the very edge of death. She gave and she gave, never once complained, till she had no more to give. And now I know, without my friend, I can never, never live. So light a candle for the earth. Let's all light a candle for the earth. We'll keep it burning. Gonna keep it burning. Let's all keep it burning. A candle for the
I finally learned that it's my turn to learn to love my friend. And now I know that if I give, our love won't have to end. Oh, how could I think that you belong to me, only me? When you all give to every child I see, I must share your life with all the little ones yet to come. I must help you live to see the morning sun, the morning sun.
So light a candle for the earth. Let's all light a candle for the earth. We'll keep it burning. Keep it burning.
have screamed.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Round of applause for this special production from Alex Mukulu. Thank you very much. One of Uganda's storytellers and playwrights, a production taking us back in time. We are celebrating 25 years of the Uganda Communications Commission. Thank you. We looked back at some things I had not seen in a long time, from the retro phone. I still remember when my dad figured out how to put a little padlock on it so we couldn't call. But there were ways around it if you were able to tap something and still make phone calls. Taking us back through the history, celebrating some of Uganda's national treasures like the crested crane and more. Alex Mukulu production, ladies and gentlemen. It now gives me great pleasure to invite our host for the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to the Minister of ICT and National Guidance. Here to address you, that is Honorable Chris Barrio-Munsi. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Honorable ministers present here, the Secretary General, ITU, and the Director, Dr. Zavazava. Let me say, distinguished friends, ladies and gentlemen, I have a performance to give you. And I will ask the team from Ministry of ICT, Honorable Kabyanga, to come, the Permanent Secretary to come. We are now also going to entertain you. We now have a ministerial entertainment now. I had alerted my sister, Sylvia Muringa. Is she still in the house? Where? Come over. And Dennis Kakonge. And Laika, Vine, where are you? Laika. And the chairman board, UTCL. Now, do these microphones work? Now each one of you should access a microphone. We're now going to sing for the guests as we welcome them to Uganda and East Africa. And come and be here. No, I have mine. I have one. Now the song is the easy one. I hope all of you know Swahili. Sylvia, I'm sure you know it much better than any one of us. It says, Jambo, Jambo Ghana. Habari zenyu mzuri sana, wageni wanakaribishwa Uganda yetu, hakuna matata. Are the microphones on? Sylvia, you lead us. The translation is basically we are receiving our guests to Uganda and East Africa. Aha. Sylvia, you have a better voice than mine.
Are you sure? You actually want me to sing it? Oh. All right, to all the visiting, all our guests, Jambo Jambo Bwana is a Swahili word that means, a Swahili phrase that means welcome, welcome, welcome. So, are you singing with me? All right, there's your microphone. Oh my God. All right, 3, 2, 1. Is the band supporting me? All right, a cappella? Yeah. Okay. Jambo, Jambo Bwana, habari gani, mzuri sana. wageni mwakaribishwa Uganda yetu, hakuna matata. Uganda yetu mzuri,
Hakuna matata.
Nyote mwakaribishwa,
Hakuna matata.
mujienjoy leo,
Hakuna matata.
That's it.
Karibuni, karibuni.
Mabibi na mabwana.
Hakuna matata.
Okay, you can now introduce yourselves as you go back.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. Thank you, Honorable Minister, for the opportunity. My name is Dr. Grace Sekakubo, Chairman Board of Directors for Uganda Telecommunication Corporation Limited, the only national-owned telecom company. Thank you very much.
Karibu sana. Good evening, everyone. My name is Dr. Amina Zawede. I am the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of ICT and National Guidance. We're happy to have you, and I hope you're having a very nice stay in Uganda so far.
Greatly privileged to be with you this evening. My name is Sylvia Mlinge, and I am the CEO of MTN Uganda.
Good evening, everybody. Jambo. My name is Vinay Chaudhary, representing Laika Mobile, Uganda.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Dennis Kakonge, and you're very welcome to Uganda. I'm the company secretary for Airtel Uganda, representing the MD. Karibuni.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kabianga Godfrey Baruku. I'm State Minister for ICT and National Guidance.
So that has been my strong team. Give them a round of applause as they take their seats. So in Uganda, ministers can also sing. Let me add my voice to those who have been on the podium to once again welcome all of you to Kampala, to Uganda. Thank you for traveling from your various countries to come and join us for these few days. And I do hope you are enjoying the atmosphere here in Kampala. We continue to thank you. We continue to welcome you. And like we said earlier on, feel at Kampala, feel at the Monyonyo here in Uganda. This dinner is organized by the government of Uganda in honor of all of you. And we thank you for having traveled from near and far to come and be part of this conversation in Kampala. We welcome the Secretary General ITU and your team, the ministers who have managed to come, the heads of delegations, and all of you distinguished ladies and gentlemen that have come from all the corners of the world. Some of you are here for the first time, and we want to say welcome, welcome. We also organize this dinner to commemorate the 25 years of Uganda Communications Commission, the 25 successful years of the Uganda Communications Commission. So, on behalf of the government of Uganda, I would like to salute and congratulate UCC, and I'm happy that this evening we are in the company of the former ministers, former chairpersons and members of the board, former executive directors, as well as the current leaders. We want to say thank you. 25 years is a long journey. By profession, I am a medical doctor. There are indicators which we use to measure quality of life. There are infants or newborns who are born alive, but they do not celebrate their first birthday. We measure that by saying the infant mortality rate. So when we are celebrating 25 years, it means UCC survived infant mortality, because mortality can be for human life, but as well as organizations such as UCC. We also have an indicator that we use, which is called under 5 mortality. That's children who are born alive, but for various reasons do not live to celebrate their 5th birthday. So you survived under 5 mortality. Those are indicators we use to measure quality of life. But also, you've been able to transit from childhood to adulthood. In the medical profession, we use the age of 12. 12 and below, you are a child. 13 and above, you are an adult in the medical field. When you are 13 years and you go to the hospital, they admit you in the adult ward. Why? Because childhood diseases end at 12 years. In economics and population science, we use the age of 14 to distinguish those who are dependents and those who are in the working class. So when we compute the dependency ratio, we use below 15 years. So you also surpassed that. In law and governance, we use 18 years as a distinction between a minor and an adult. So you also went beyond the 18 years, and you are now a fully grown adult at 25 years. In our Ugandan situation, at 25 years, you can get married legally, you can pay taxes, and many other things. So meaning you have now matured and you have survived all those challenges of early childhood and boyhood, and therefore we are here to say congratulations and thank you for the good work that you continue to do as the regulator on behalf of the government of Uganda. So can we give a big round of applause in appreciation of UCC, the Uganda Communications Commission. And as we clap, we are thanking the current leaders, the board chair, Professor there, and the members, the ED and the team, as well as the former executive directors who are there, the board members, the first minister of ICT, Dr. Hamulira, and all of you who have served in UCC. So once thank you for a job well done in the last 25 years. We shall be back here 50 years. I hope I will still be as young as I am. And we shall invite all of you. And at 100 years and many more years to come. So I want to say thank you very much. We would like to thank all our partners. And there are many. If I was to list all of them, then I would speak until morning. When I invited a small team here, I invited members from the ministry as well as the telecoms. So we thank you. We have our friend, Mr. Sabaskaran, the chairman, like a group of companies. He has traveled from London, and his team, he has a team seated there, want to welcome you. We have a man called King Caesar Mulenga. He's among the first people to introduce mobile telecommunications in South Sudan. He's here. When South Sudan became a new country, broke off from Sudan, Khartoum, he went to establish telecommunication services. Khartoum denied him the phone. He had to use Kampala as a base to connect South Sudan. But I would like to thank all of you, the partners, in the different fields under communication. We want to say thank you thank you very much for the cordial working relationship that we continue to enjoy. This night we invited you to share a meal together, but also to appreciate what Uganda is. You have seen the performances, many more are yet to come. Yesterday, the Secretary General of ITU challenged me to a dance, and I have been rehearsing since yesterday. And we shall show you the Ugandan tricks of dancing. So the better times are yet to come tonight. So please, we are going to instruct security not to allow anybody to go until when you have seen the Secretary General show her dancing skills on the floor. But we want to thank you once again for coming to Kampala. We thank you for the good work that you do in your various countries as regulators. As we all appreciate, the communication landscape has expanded over the years. As you saw on the screen, we have come from far. If you see the first telephone sets we were using, the radio sets, the television sets, we have come from far and expanded different platforms, and therefore the importance and need for regulation has become greater, and that's why you have these institutions and bodies in the various countries that are mandated by law to regulate communication, and we would like to thank all of you for the work that you do. And we continue to learn from each other. For instance, we have a challenge here in Uganda on how to regulate digital communication, the social media. As you notice, Africa, Uganda inclusive, has a huge segment of the population being young people. And the young people have embraced technology. And as we sit now, there is an underworld of netizens, people who communicate through social media communication. Is very busy, a huge industry communicating, invisible to the eye, but busy on the social network. And they communicate all sorts of things because social media has created citizen journalism where everybody writes and publishes whatever he, she, or wants. Misinformation, falsehoods, and one of the challenges we are facing is how to regulate this communication. I know there are countries which have made progress in terms of having technologies that can help, and the reason why we gather here is to share some of these lessons, to learn from each other. The challenges which we face, how have you addressed those challenges as countries in Europe, in the Americas, in Asia, in the other parts of Africa, so that we are able to exchange ideas and be able to support each other. I don't want to stand between your enjoyment of the night and a very long speech. So once again, I want to repeat what the Secretary General repeated and what I said this morning, that we shall give you an exam at the end of this symposium, or whether you agree that Uganda is a part of Africa or not. I am a parliamentarian. I can as well constitute this into parliament and put the question whether you agree that Uganda is a part of Africa or not. If you are not yet sure, then we shall put the question at the end of the symposium. But welcome to the part of Africa. Let's continue to enjoy the night. And thank you, UCC, Uganda Communications Commission, the team that have been working day and night, the team from ITU working with us. We want to thank you for the beautiful arrangements that you have put in place. Thank you. May God bless all of you.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for our Honorable Minister. That's Honorable Chris Barrio Munsi, who is the Minister of ICT and National Guidance. As he mentioned, we should be looking out for some dance moves. And as Ugandans, we do like to party. We had a taste of the band earlier, ladies and gentlemen. And we do have one of our most talented East African musicians here itching to perform just for you. But before we get to that, allow me to invite the pioneer executive director of Uganda Communications Commission. He is currently in charge of the National Telecommunications Satellite Organization in Washington, D.C. It's a pleasure to invite Mr. Patrick Masambu up to make a vote of thanks.
Your Excellencies, the Ministers, Excellencies, the Ministers of State, Secretary General of ITU, the Director of BDT, our guests, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, a vote of thanks is meant to be very brief, and I will be. But it would be unfair not to contextualize why we are thanking anybody in the first place. We are thanking our hosts, the government of Uganda and the Uganda Communications Commission. On the other hand, we want to thank the ITU and also, of course, the other stakeholders. On the side of the government of Uganda, many times we take things for granted. We assume because you have lived 25 years, you should have lived the 25 years. When we started UCC 25 years ago, the children who were born then are perhaps engineers today in UCC. If that is the case, you can imagine how long it has taken to get to this point in time. If you are a father, at 25, you are giving your daughter away. It's a very difficult moment. And so when you live through that period, it just gives you that pleasure to understand how long it has been for UCC. The journey for UCC that has reached this point is not accidental. And so we must thank, very honestly, the government for the early steps that they took. Firstly, in 1993, followed by the policy framework in 96, and actually implementing that policy framework. We know many countries have started and they stop halfway. So that the government went through the process of completing those baby steps, putting in place a legal framework, a regulatory framework, to be started into institutions in 2000 was a great major step. Some people, in fact, started to say a number of years later that perhaps it was an accident. But actually it wasn't, because we have seen repeated steps to do what exactly they set out to do. So for the government to have set up the split of the corporation, UPTC at that time, to have separated the roles of operations, regulation, and planning, to have put in place the framework that enabled laws that could be adhered to. You can imagine working in a framework where there's no law. All those things sort of encapsulated the process, and UCC started off growing, sometimes by means through which they themselves couldn't control, or the government could not control. But we want to thank the leadership in the government for having had that foresight and doing the right thing at the right time. Uganda was one of the very countries in Africa, first few countries that started with a proper framework, a proper regulatory system, and moving the way. The duopoly, which allowed MTN and UTL at that time to be the only players, allowed that growth of the sector in a manner which was sustainable and predictable. The opening up of the sector by Honorable Mlida, the then Minister of ICT, opened up to a situation which was already stable, but it ushered in competition, which you are now talking of today, as if it is something that happens in every country. Many countries never reach that level. the level of opening up, putting in place national broadband plans, the infrastructure for national broadband, and so on, which enabled applications to start and put Uganda where it is today, is something, again, which you don't take for granted. So we want to thank the government for that. We want to thank leadership at the UCC, the board, the management, for following through and moving that journey, independent of government, independent for regulators is a very, very delicate word to use. But somehow for 25 years, UCC has remained independent of government. And if you can count countries that have gone through that, there are not many. I can assure you the life of a regulator is a very delicate one, and many will attest to that. That, on the side of UCC, we want to thank them for having done that great job. ITU, of course, we want to thank them. Now, for those who may not know, ITU, when they started GSR in 2000, the first GSR, UCC had just been also established, and UCC was there to start their journey together with ITU on the SAR path. Today, 25 years later, we are going strong as a country, as UCC, as ITU. The close relationship between the two has been phenomenal. And in fact, if anything, if ITU hadn't given a lending hand to UCC, we would probably not be where we are today. So, Doreen, for the wonderful work with your team you have done, we are extremely grateful. And finally, of course, to all of you, not only you, but also the stakeholders, stakeholders in the industry, MTN, UTL, Lika Mobile, all the other players. Again, without you having come to Uganda to hold up to what UCC has invited you to do, 25 years would not have been possible. But having said all that, I guess today should be a reflection point. 25 years is done. The minister talked of 25 years to come. So as a reflection point, what are you as UCC aiming to do? When we come back in 25 years' time, we'll be wanting to look back again and understand what you have achieved. But the future is perhaps more challenging than the past. Ladies and gentlemen, on that note, can we, with a round of applause, thank our hosts, our stakeholders for all the wonderful work they have done for the 25 years.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big round of applause to the first Executive Director of the Uganda Communications Commission, Mr. Masambo. Round of applause to him. So how do you wrap up a gala dinner like this? You wrap it up in style. Ladies and gentlemen, welcoming onto the stage a living legend. He's been in the business for close to 3 decades, continental superstar, multi-award winner. Please give it up for the man with the master plan, the one and only Jose Chameleon.
Sure. It's been a long, Lord.
Shout it out, Bim. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Good evening. Bila balu balu baby. Now mommy know it to way. Achana balu balu darling. Nalelia nalelia. Sina balu balu baby. Nataka mina mimi to way. Achana balu balu darling. Shout them. Kwa tulipokutana sijawahi kufikiria tutachana, lakini tulipopendana ueleweki unaniumiza sana. Upendo gani na sikuoni baby, upendo gani upatikani dale, upendo gani uniamini baby, balu 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 balu. Upendo gani na sikuoni baby, upendo gani upatikani dale, upendo gani uniamini baby, balu 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 balu. Yes sir. Tina balu balu baby, naomba mimi na wewe tuwe, achana balu balu dale. Nalelia nalelia. Show sina balu balu baby, nataka mimi na wewe tuwe, achana balu balu dale. Show them. Ule mtafuta ulishapata, kupenda sana usiwaikata. Mimi nawe twende wote kote nataka, tukae tule tunyojue nini data. Wasikudanganya sina uwezo, ninao na sio mchezo. Bona unipa mawazo, hey, amua baby. Wasikudanganya sina uwezo, ninao na sio mchezo. Bona unipa mawazo, amua. Oh yeah. Sina balu baby, naomba mimi na wewe tuwe, achana balu dale. Yes, sina balu baby, naomba mimi na wewe tuwe, achana balu dale. Je t'aime. Do we have some Swahili people in the building? Kuna Swahili ndani ya nyumba? Hola. Kafungue upendo wa kweli uje uingie, acha uomba kama niko na wewe, utaratibu pekee baby. Mimi na wewe wote wa milele, mimi na wewe milele you my baby. Oh nijali na mimi nitakujali, dade. Mimi na wewe tuwe wote wa milele, mimi na wewe milele you my baby. Oh mama balu sina balu baby, naomba mimi na wewe tuwe, achana balu dale. Oh sina balu baby, nataka mimi na wewe tuwe, achana balu dale. Je t'aime beaucoup. Yes sir. Welcome to the part of Africa, right? Yeah, I know. Take it down for me. Yes, welcoming you officially, musically, to the part of Africa. I know it's different nationalities, everybody, different dignitaries. My name is Mr. Chameleon, right? Just in case you didn't know me, my name is Jose Chameleon. Kuna Tanzania ndani ya nyumba? Kuna Kenya ndani ya nyumba? Tuendelee au tusiendelee? Tuendelee, disho tuendelee. Sound, nyongera sound. Oh, Lord of mercy. Oh, yeah. I got to go. I let you know. Hey, I got to go. Boy, unaniumiza sana, ninateseka ndani moyoni, mimi nauma. I got to go. Kangine. Nimevumilia sana, utaki change na wewe umeshindwa kubadilisha. I got to go. Kakulegea. Unaniumiza sana, ninateseka ndani moyoni, mimi nauma. Kangende. Nimevumilia sana, utaki na wewe umeshindwa kubadilisha. I know I got to go. I let you know. Oh yes. Pete ya rusini na kidole, nikupenda my baby. Utapata mwingine, don't you worry. Watoto tumezaa tuna wote yale, tulipanga mimi na wewe milele. Lakini nini unanichanganya. Maisha wote wawili tulipanga, shida ni nyingi hatujakosana. Haingekuwa hivyo unapenda upendi, tuachane na hivyo. Unaniumiza sana, ndani moyoni mimi nauma yo. Kangende. Nimevumilia sana, na wewe umeshindwa kubadilisha. I know I got to go. I let you know. Nimevumilia sana, ndani moyoni mimi nauma. I got to go. I let you know. Nimevumilia sana, oh ndani moyoni mimi mbalisha. I know kakulegea. Hili bahati popote alipo, hajakula za moto na kula zake zipo. Nipe changu nabii, kama unipendi hilo niva. We got a lot of East to say to. Pamoja twende, baby, love me baby, I will love you back. Scratch my back, I will scratch your back. Not this way unapendwa. Hey, unaniumiza, ninateseka ndani moyoni, mimi nauma. I got to go. I let you know. Nimevumilia sana, na wewe umeshindwa kubadilisha. I know kakulegea. Unaniumiza sana, oh ndani moyoni mimi nauma Kakulekea. Yeah, yeah. Good evening. Kubadilisha, I know I got to go. Kamili technology. Kamili and the psychology. Dr. Billy, oh yeah. Today I'm want to be together. Maybe now we're to be. Hey, I'm hard here too. Maybe now we're not there too. Superman, she does okay. You body, money. You me say, girl, every woman for a man. Love me, I love you, because that's what I want. Girl, this another tune. Now me sing a bag of tune, and this one go long. Girl, never worry about it. Every time you come a bag of sweet tea. This one, other man, chameleon. Yeah. Not a second, not more you need me now, I know. And get there. The baby millions are now talking you. Baby, badilisha, I know. Kakulekea. Pete ya rusini na ya kidole. Nilikupenda my baby save. Utapata mwingine, don't you worry. Yo, twende. Okay. For my family Ugandan people, where you at? Wali was the Rembula. Eh? Wali was the Rembula. Oh, na. Wali was the Rembula. No, satino bela mungu chakala. Takawala isiba mungu chakala. Mama wabanda bela mungu kazana. Chimajeru pia kazanyo. Belo lusi wali wole sibula. Tola wakakera kumalini na mabuche all of Africa. Mama wabana bange kulongo wange towaka wakanga wagaranjo. Mama wabana bange kulongo wange towaka wakanga. Ebisibu byomunju tobirala bobibulira baziti bibagasabo iretale sikiba. Bobi mulira bobadde kupalinga lwaki olowooza bakusasira mukugebesonga olunaku lwe tulisasika ebyabwe towuliriza bonna bonna bwe bebogera bya mutwajjojjo. Maama w'abaana bange mulongo wange musta towakawankanga musta. Maama w'abaana bange mulongo wange towakawankanga. Oh, rock it up, touch it up, look it up, fuck it up and lick it up. It's a million and one, rub it up. All of Africa we rock it up. And we about to do the rest and we know wrong. Muziki tukuba bambigu nyuma. We give you a lot of vibe. Yo! Rosa ewaleyo obuwamu n'ebigambo tusisikanye. Eddie naye kati ndaba abogezi basuse teri yamanyimbiza muje tusisikanye. Mama wabana rochamu okutaza mu mbuga y'amajambere balaza bakusasira. Everybody we sing along a mambo. Mama wabana bange mulongo wange bambito wakawankanga. You know I love you. Mama wabana bange mulongo wange. Oh Lord of mercy. Oh Lord of mercy. Oh, it's hey, mama wabana bange, baby. Oh, it's wabukume musta. Mugabe de alisa bukume. Yabuwa bukume. Mutima. Yeah, mwana mayanje bukume. Luye mabukume. Mabukume. Edi chigera bukume. Oh. Bukume. Yes, sir. Ikibamba sana wapi duru wewe? Right, twende. Let's go to Africa. One more time. Oh, no, no. Oh, no, no, no. We go dancing, everybody. Hey, kuna wale yobarikiwa na Mungu wale. Na wale yopenda zaidi yule. Wale wale. possibility. Others got plenty, others no opportunity. You show me the way how you live with a calamity. You show me the way how you live. Africa music, nipate maisha mazuri. Watoto wasome vizuri, wapate chakula nzuri. Nipate maisha mazuri, watoto wasome vizuri, wapate chakula nzuri. Kama nani? Kaguta Kikwete, Kenyatta, Kabila, Kagame, wale. Hey! Kuna wale yobani. Zaidi yule. Wale lele. Wale lele. Wale wanolo nini. Wale mupa nini. Sote tunasoma dini. Tajiri na masikini. Sounds of Africa. You show me the way. How you live with a calamity. Nipate maisha mazuri, watoto wasome vizuri, wapate chakula nzuri, kamili bo. Okay. Sese go sabote sabi misale bakiri suri. Okay, show us what you have. Kena zogopa, speedy di bomb, olamu wapuka wasikido. Imebyo makati wano, katikati. They show me the way how you live with a calamity. They show me the way. Okay, ipate maisha mazuri. Some ladies show us something, something new. Show us something. Show bo. Ah. Afrika yetu tusaidie, we kama show us something, man. Nipate maisha mazuri, watoto wasome vizuri, chakula nzuri, kamili. Wale, thank you so much and have a great night.
The one and only Jose Chameleon, ladies and gentlemen. Round of applause for him. We promised you a night of entertainment, good music, and a reason to get up on your feet and dance. We had a taste of them earlier. I'd like to invite back Black Roots Unlimited. Our band takes stage again.